Hello everybody, and welcome to the first non-Minecraft video and the first video in a really long time. I still don't have a reason. Sorry. We're gonna play Scrolls today. I don't know if you know this, but I am obviously a huge Minecraft fanboy, because that's all my channel is. And I'm also a huge Magic fanboy. I also really like chess, and I love Mojang, which all of this comes together in Scrolls, which is a really fun game. I suck at it, so we're going to play a single player, easy match with my growth pre-constructed deck that I got 3 months ago. I played this game maybe 3 hours, like 10 games. Plus I get good frames, so you can't really complain about it. Very good game, I think. Mojang outdid themselves, honestly, on it. You can really tell that they put a lot of care in just the artwork itself, which I think is lovely. Okay, let's see. The next creature from your library and add it to your hand. I don't really have anything else to do, I might as well, right? I'm so alone. I just forgot to fill my Dr. Pepper, which I don't remember if this one was corrupted like every other video I ever try and produce, but don't try and record anything without something to drink. I love Dr. Pepper, that's my choice. I'm going to sacrifice my Kinfolk Jarl because I can't use him yet, and summon my Kinfolk Brave on the second patch. Because you're just talking for possibly hours on end, and your throat gets dry. For God's sake. It's the bane of my existence, but luckily I can just do this. I'll summon, I guess. Oh, that's a good one. What that does is it makes one of those on your guy when he dies. Ow. I don't like you. Let's see. Janita gains +2 attack, +2 health when bear pots. You know, I'm talking like everyone has played this game. This game is called Scrolls, which you've probably picked up already. You've probably heard about it. It's been in development for a long time. It's the same guys that made Minecraft, or at least funded by them, like Cobalt was. I'm not sure. It's designed to be a mix of Minecraft, or not Minecraft, Magic the Gathering, and chess, which I think they've done a really good job of, because it's if you don't have a good idea of strategy, you're not going to be able to play the game very much. As you can see, you may have noticed that I've done click these in the past. This is a resource. As you can see, every card costs resource, and that will go into your pool. You can use the resource once per turn. You can either get resource, doing the sacrifice of the card, so it goes in your graveyard basically. You can either get resource, which is added to your maximum resource pool, and your current resource pool. Your current resource resets every round, but your maximum should stay the same unless a card says otherwise, which some of them do, and I'm sure I'll get into later. But you can either sacrifice resources or sacrifice for other cards, which means you draw 2. At the start of every turn, you draw 1 card. If you sacrifice one of the scrolls in your hand, you draw 2. So basically, it's a do-over if you get a bad hand. But the catch is you can either do that or sacrifice for resources. You can't do both in one turn. Which leads into the strategy, which is very nice. This is a Vader of the Wild. It's a Vader creature, don't know what that means. But let's say I'm going to play this. It has 1 attack, which means it will do 1 damage to whatever it hits, but it only has 1 health, which makes it very fragile and not exactly an attack card. It has a 2-turn cooldown. That's signified by this. That means in every 2 turns it will attack. When Vader of the Wild comes into play, increase growth by 1. That's my resource. My resource is called growth. There's growth, order, something else, and then the new one is decay, which I'm setting up for that deck. And that's my resource's growth. When Vader of the Wild leaves play, decrease growth by 1. So that means that over here, it will increase this number to 3 when it comes into play, and when it goes out of play, when it dies or sacrificed or what have you, it will go back down 1. It's basically a temporary I'm blanking on the word. Resource. It's a temporary resource, which makes it a very good card to have out behind cover, which I'll get into cover later. I am actually going to count a 0, but that's a good card, but has good synergy with that. Bear Paw's a really good card too, but I guess I don't have enough resource. I'm gonna summon you. Attack's going to cost all my resource for this turn, and my turn. Attack that. These are the idols. Your only goal in this game is to destroy these idols. These don't matter as long as 3 of the 5 idols on your opponent's team are dead. The reflection of that is, of course, if 3 of your 5 idols are dead, you lose. It's win or loss, there's no in between, which is very odd, I think. Poison does 1 damage per round. If you click on this, you can see their card. This guy has 4 health, 3 attack, and 2 turn cooldown. But when the cooldown is 0, he can choose to attack or summon a Ragged Wolf, which is this guy. He has haste, which means he attacks. Turn he comes out, his counter starts at 0, which is very nice if you need 1 damage to what have you. This guy just attacks once every turn, which is fantastic. He's very powerful if you can power him up, which is kind of the key, really. I am going to sacrifice Bear Paw and summon Brother of the Wolf down here. That's this guy, and at the end of his turn he can choose to summon one of these instead, which I do have a strategy I'm going to try. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm very bad at this game, as I already said. Alright, Mangy Wolf. Deals damage, is healed by 1. Its health cannot go above 3, but it is healed by 1 whenever it attacks or does damage. This is Ilthorn. Its effect is spiky, which means it does 1 damage to anything attacking it, and makes for great cover, which you can put in front of him so it'll hit him instead. When the countdown is 0, your card will attack, and it will just go in a straight line. You don't have a choice to go diagonal or what have you. It goes just in a straight line, hits whatever the first thing is, unless it has Relentless, which I will get into once it becomes prevalent, I suppose. I'm going to sacrifice this for resources because it's a bad plan to let any of my cards get attacked, period, whether or not I want them poisoned. It's good deterrent, but it's an easy bot game. He's not thinking about deterrent. So, what I discovered is Sister of the Fox. When she comes into play, I draw 1 card. Very simple. I have 1 attack, 2 turn cooldown, 1 health. Cannon fodder, essentially. Very cheap, very weak. Has a cool effect. You use it to block 1 round and buy yourself a little bit of time, which is actually what I'm going to do. Whichever one of them attacks first, I suppose. I forgot to move him. As you see me do, I think once, you can move your character over, up, down, to any adjacent hex. See, she's dead. He's dead now, because I forgot to move him. This guy has haste, which made him attack the turn he comes out. But, as you can see, it spawned a Vilethorn root, so this is currently no danger. Use control again to attack till the end of turn. I can summon a wolf, or let him attack and increase his attack. I'm going to summon a wolf. That's a tough one. This can be used one of 2 ways. It's a buff and, at the same time, bad. It will increase your attack and your health, that's the sword and the heart, by 2. But when it enters, it increases your countdown by 1, which is the hourglass, meaning it gives 1 more turn that you have to wait. So it's good if something like, let's say, my Vader of the Wild is in imminent danger, and I really need that 1 resource, which at the moment I kind of do. I can play it on him, and I'll probably be able to withstand 1, maybe 2 attacks at most. But his countdown will be increased, which means he won't be attacking, which is a very bad thing. For the most part. I mean, sometimes it's great, most of the time it's not, though. Countdown decreased by 1. I am going to wait to play this, because, as you can see, it will decrease any wolf creature, which Ragged Wolf is a wolf creature, obviously, by 1. But it's got haste, so its countdown is currently 1. And I'm going to actually try and synergize this card, and this card all together, which he doesn't have haste, so that wouldn't make sense to do right now. Which means I'm going to turn my Hourglass, deal 1 damage to the idol, and let my opponent go. See, I've done something very bad. I've left those 2 idols completely unguarded, which is something you do not want to do, because your opponent will rend you like that, with no question. It's a very bad thing to do, basically. Sister Fox, draw 1 scroll. I am going to sacrifice for resources, which I should have done last turn, and I chose not to. It was a very bad idea. I am going to actually summon him. Do that. Does 1 damage. Not a lot of damage, but damage is damage no matter what way you look at it. Then I'm going to take the hit on that, and that. See, I'm just not good at this game. 90% chance I'm going to lose. Haste, Vitality Well, countdown, comes 0, all friendly units hit by 1. This is good as a deterrent and as a heal, but since, as far as I can tell, growth is not supposed to have long-lasting units, it's supposed to attack and go, go, go. So I'm going to actually sacrifice for resources, which probably not a good plan, but, you know, what's it really matter in the end? I'm going to summon Great Wolf. He gains +1 attack for every wolf I have on my team. So that's 1, 2. So he's currently a 5-5 instead of a 3-5, as he would normally have been. Then I'm going to try and synergize him with Crimson Bull, which will give him another 2 attack, which I should be able to wipe that out fairly easily when that's done. Instead of summoning another wolf and increasing his attack by 1, which probably would have been the right way to go, I chose to just let my Brother of the Wolf attack. You know, just because. And there's 1, 2 of my idols are down. Or at least they will be this turn. And for some reason he's now dead. I don't understand that sometimes. I'm going to increase your attack by 2. Then let's go and attack first and kill him, which is very good. And just go, I guess. So I need to use Crimson Bowl this turn, which will make it so I take down that idol, and I'll have 2 down. But it doesn't matter, I've lost. I hope you liked it. First video of Scrolls. I do plan to do some more, but hopefully it'll be a little more action-packed and less tutorial-esque than this one. If you like this video, remember, like, subscribe, and if you really, really want to, share. You don't have to. I really appreciate it, though. I really, really appreciate it. Take care, all.